Hello, everybody. Jacob Swodek here from AI Agent. I am an active real estate agent in Southern California. I've been doing it for 24 years. I'm also a national trainer. Really love getting out there and being on the precipice of what's next, what's the hot topic. And I find myself just knee deep in this AI stuff. So glad to be here today. Courtney?
Courtney Werner here. I reside in Austin, Texas, and I'm a marketer with 10 years of experience. I love AI, new cutting edge technology, and helping people create systems so they can feel like their best selves.
Awesome. So good to have you. And, the purpose of this short video really is most of you who are watching this, you already have in your possession 5 power prompts for real estate professionals, prompts that really move the needle with ChatGPT specifically. And we thought maybe we could do a video to just give you a little bit more of the backstory, a little more nuance. And we also want to invite you to an exciting event we have coming up at the end of November. So we're going to start with Courtney. Each of us contributed some prompts to this download that you guys have. With her background being more of a marketing person, a coach, somebody who is more systems driven, whereas I'm out there trying to catch fish. I'm the practitioner. I really lean heavily on her experience for that. So hers has to do with something that I think is really necessary and valuable moving forward. So I won't steal your thunder. Let's talk about your first prompt, Courtney.
So the first prompt I briefly want to talk about, it's creating a content calendar. I mean, you've all probably seen so many different types of content calendars that you can buy on Etsy or that you've seen on Instagram, or I don't know where you've seen them. You've probably seen them everywhere. I see them everywhere. And while those are really great, they're not catered towards you. They're not focused on why you're the person to share this information. They're not focused on what your superpower is. Your superpower might be video, but someone else watching this might be mostly just writing copy. And there's different ways that you can hone in on those things and create something that's amazing. So the prompt is geared towards helping you get started. And the get started part's important because it is not an end all be all. ChatGPT is fantastic when you view it as a friend that you can have a conversation with and ask questions, so that way at the very end you're able to have something that is good for you and that works for you. So this prompt is just something to help you get started with creating a 30-day content calendar for marketing, both on Facebook and Instagram. But you can change up those things and put in the different social channels that you like. And there's a lot that goes behind prompt engineering. And so I'm sure as you read that prompt, you'll see, okay, this is interesting. It can be very specific and granular, but the part that I really want to just remind you again is, copy, paste, put it in, but then have that conversation with ChatGPT to really get something that's going to work for your specific needs.
So powerful. I mean, from my perspective, we've talked about writer's block and this idea that sometimes coming up with calendar, accountability, and then what to talk about, to know that because of your understanding of prompt engineering, you were able to get ChatGPT to spit out basically 30 days of content specific to each different platform, search engine optimized. I mean, as easy as it comes. And even that's not the end, right? Most people re-prompt, right? The experts we're teaching them to is take these answers and drill deeper, get more specific, more hyper local. So yeah, I think that's a great starting point, just to let people know, hey, we're not going to do less because of AI or ChatGPT. If anything, the excuses are gone. Now it's like, I was telling someone the other day that having AI on the scene since November 2022, it doesn't mean, now it's going to help me do the things I did already better, or I'm going to be able to do less because, it's kind of like the clapper and make the light come on. Like, technology is supposed to make life easier. Well, at the same time, technology is doing this. The real estate market, in terms of the demand for humans, is starting to do this. So there's really this weird apex peak where we need to really embrace AI, and it's not going to cause you to do more. It's just going to cause you to do more. It's going to cause you to do it better, right? So actually lay out the framework, map it out for you, give you content, no more excuses. And yeah, I think that this is a great way to just jump right in their lap and say, it's not going to be easy, but we're going to walk you through the process.
Yes, agreed. And I just will say too, there's a lot of fear, in the real estate arena with ChatGPT, but that's the same for pretty much any industry at this point, marketers included. So we're also learning how to work with ChatGPT versus working against or away from something that's a useful tool.
Yeah, it's a great point. I'll jump into my prompt briefly. So mine was similar, right? It had to do with content. This one was specifically for a video, like a video script for something that was good for either Reels or YouTube Shorts. Mine was geared specifically towards the baby boomers. About 10,000 baby boomers, the largest generation up until their point ever in history. 10,000 are retiring a day, right? It's insane. And right now we know that the market's a little congested. There's a lot of people that are want to list and sell. Maybe they need to list and sell, but there's some hesitancy, right? Because is now the right time? Is the market going to shift? And how do we move people that have the accumulation of billions of dollars of equity, right? Recently, a stat came out that the average homeowner in the nation has almost $300,000 in net equity, actual liquid opportunity there. So there's a huge bundle of generational wealth sitting in these homes. And how are we going to get this inventory up? Let's get some of these baby boomers moving. So no matter where you live, this is true. And baby boomers have a lot to think about. Am I going to downsize, relocate, go to some sort of assisted living? Am I going to go live with family? What am I going to do with my money? Maybe I'll help my niece or my grandson or my son buy a house, whatever it is. A lot of opportunity if we can get them moving off this nest egg if the time is right. And so this prompt was specific about the data, about how I want to show up as a caring person, as a person who's offering options to baby boomers, something that they appreciate, something that is patient, that is intellectual. They want to kind of see the data behind this, and then just come out with a video that can hopefully move the needle, which we are seeing it do real well in our market here, where somebody can feel like, where a baby boomer can watch the video. This one's voice over narrated. There's a handful of different styles of video where they'll watch it and feel like, you know what, that does speak to me, it resonates. I don't know if I'm going to sell now or in the future, but I wouldn't mind getting the free brochure. I wouldn't mind having a Zoom introduction call. I wouldn't mind learning what the 10 most, popular places to relocate to out of California are. I wouldn't mind giving him my email to get that, or at least just keeping him in my space or following him on Instagram. I like his style, whatever it is, right? That's what it takes. It's building our list. It's really just broadening our networks through intelligent prompting, right? And then the follow through afterwards. So yeah, that prompt is going to help you out. It does require a little bit of know-how, which, by the way, a little commercial at the end of this, we're going to talk about this live workshop that Courtney and I are going to do regarding AI on November the 29th. And but we're going to get into why these power prompts work, some of the framework behind the scenes, but then also some of the implementation. Okay, Jacob, thanks for this. Now I know how to speak to ChatGPT, but when she gives me the answer or the result, what do I do with it? Well, good question. That's really where we're landing with a lot of myself, and the agents I'm working with, and the agents that Courtney's working with as well. Anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I just want to add that the reason I like Jacob's prompt so much is it's video first. It's helping you figure out how to, maybe you feel a bit nervous on video. This prompt can help you not only have, you can have something you can look at and just read it while doing the video. Video right now is what's making a huge difference in marketing, especially for realtors. One of the realtors I work with, she has at least 3 prospects that reach out to her because she does video every single week. That's at least 3 per week that is just kind of passive prospecting. So I think I love that prompt for that reason. As a marketer, it's a lot of my clients are really nervous to get on video. And most of the reason why is they just don't know how to get started. And when they do get started, they don't know what to say. And so this kind of helps helps you move forward and start making those videos, which can make a huge difference.
And by the way, there's an app called Captions where if you're reading off a teleprompter, which it provides, it will take your eyes off the teleprompter and it will move, the AI will move your eyes to the center of the camera. So there's so much out there, and that's a free app, by the way. So we're going to give all that away. So yeah, thanks for that. I'll just end this video by talking to you about the 29th. It's a Wednesday coming up in November. It's going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I just want to give you a quick list of some of the things we're going to go over so you can see if this makes sense for you as you're contemplating what does your business look like for the next few years. We're going to get deeper into the prompt engineering framework, these easy steps. The prompts that Courtney and I talked about today, they seem like they're conversational, like we're just talking to an old friend, ChatGPT, which we are, but there's actually some method to the madness. We're talking about tone, we're talking about personality, we're talking about calls to action, we're adding data, we're telling her, ChatGPT, who we are so that it can come from a certain reference point. So we're going to get into just several bullet points, prompt engineering, that you can take that information and apply it in your own market to who you are specifically, who you are comfortable being and who you're becoming. And we're excited about that part. That alone is worth the amount of money it's going to cost to be at this event, because that really is a game changer for people once they understand how this prompt engineering works. It's not just what sounds good, what looks good, but we can actually get it to be optimized for the different platforms and to really move once they're disseminated out into the internets, the interwebs, right? Another thing is there's more powerful prompts by popular demand. I'm assuming you love these 5 or you wouldn't be watching this video. We have more stuff that's specific to the market right now that Courtney and I are using, have thought of, that are relevant to today's markets. We're going to have much more in terms of power prompts with implementation and instruction, not just here's a prompt, good luck, go get him, tiger, right? It's going to be more implementation, instructions. Here's the way to do it. Like I just gave you the Captions app, which is good for Android and iPhone, right? We got lots of information, which leads me to the next one, AI tools. You're going to get AI tools that move the needle, stuff that we're using as practitioners and Courtney's clients, stuff that is not expensive. Some of it's free, some of it's not. But there's so much going on right now. How do you know if you're an agent who's saying, yes, okay, I'm ready to take the pledge to be an AI-driven agent, to be a marketer? How do you really weed through all of the stuff that's unnecessary? Well, what we want to do is curate that for you based on the results that we're seeing. So AI tools that move the needle. And then for the overachievers, for the nerds in the back, for those that are really top producer types that are building a team, that are building systems, we're going to get into API, the back end, right? Really sharing data and moving things from one platform to another to create more of a systemized integration. That is Courtney's expertise. Do you want to talk real quick about systemizing and the importance of that?
Systems make everything way more efficient. So I think the way I've used systems is, and what we'll be discussing is how to make ChatGPT work for you, how to make these tools work for you and with you. And it's easy to forget about them. And so partly the systems are, how do you integrate these things into your workflow that you already use to make it easier for you, truly, genuinely easier, not just adding one more thing to your plate or one more cool tool, but how do we kind of integrate these things so it feels like it is helpful and it is making a difference and you are feeling empowered to become like your best marketer, your best advocate. I mean, as a realtor, you do so many things. You're juggling so many things. So the systems help make things more efficient. So when you sit down at your computer, you know where to get started and you know why you should get started there.
Yeah, great. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'm learning from you, so I'm looking forward to that part. And in essence, just to close this up, we're putting all the pieces together. It's not just the prompt or the system or how to integrate or what platforms, what's working, new tools. Putting it together in a way that is paint by numbers, where the average agent can watch this and feel like, you know what, I might have to watch this a few times, because after you attend, you'll have access to the pre-recorded version of it. But where it actually acts as a foundation for you to really build your business in tech moving forward, because we know that the market's going that way, the world's going that way, shows no signs of slowing down. So I just want to say thank you, Courtney, for being on today. We hope you guys see the value in jumping on this class with us. It's live, so you can bring your team, your colleagues, have a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, whatever. I don't know about that though, because it's at 10 a.m. Pacific time. But hey, maybe it's 5 o'clock in Europe or something like that. But it's going to be awesome, and we guarantee that you're going to see the value in it. And we're hoping you'll be there on that day.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you then.